Hey everyone, this video is to help you out with Excel Project 2, a savings plan. Download the PDF. This is going to give you all the instructions that you need. Read those instructions. Download the Excel file. That's what you're going to be working on and turning in. And then you don't have to download, but open up the sign-up sheet so you can see your numbers. So I'm going to assume that you've already read through the instruction sheet. And so just in case you're having any trouble with what to do next, that's what this video is for. So I'm going to start with the student spreadsheet. So the student spreadsheet starts out looking like this. And it's all blank. And the information you're going to want to enter is the principal, the payment, the APR, and the compounds. And that information is found on the sign-up sheet. So my example is a $105 principal, a payment of $41 per month, APR of 6.3%. Even though it doesn't say, we can assume that this is compounded monthly, so I'll put 12 months per year. So the beauty of Excel, we don't need this anymore. The beauty of Excel is that it can do many calculations for us very quickly, especially if they're just iterative calculations, meaning the same calculation over and over and over again. So please don't grab a calculator. That's really not the point of this exercise. The point is to learn Excel and use Excel and to let it do the work for you. So here's what's happening. We're starting out with $105. So the end of month 0, meaning the beginning of this process, we have $105. And so that means the beginning of month 1, we have $105. Now, I can type in 105 again, or what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say equals this cell, because what's going to happen is these cells in this column F, they're going to change, and so the values in column C are going to change as well. I want them to change together. Now, for the interest is a product of the APR divided by the compounds and the principal that's being applied, or that we have. So here, this is a calculation. So my interest is going to be 6.3%. Again, don't type in 6.3% again. Don't type in 0.063. Use that cell reference that cell. And we're going to multiply it times the principal. Now, this is how much interest we earn in a year. Right? APR is annual. So in order to do it per month, we have to divide it by 12, or divide it by, in this case, the number of compounds, which is 12. So we earn 55 cents. Now, each month, we're going to pay $41. That $41 is going to be the same all the way down, right? We're going to, each month, we have a $41 payment. And the total is the sum, so S-U-M, the sum of these three numbers, okay? So at the end of month 1, I have the $105 to start out with, the 55 cents of interest that I earned, plus the $41 payment that I made. In the end, I have $146.55. So if you did a cell reference for this cell, for C9, what you can do is you can drag this down, and look, it matches the total for the previous month. Now, again, once I've written this formula for interest once, I don't need to write it over and over and over again. I don't need to do it 36 times. What I can do is I can just drag. Now, I do it this time, I'm going to have an error. And the reason is because this cell right here takes D4 and multiplies it with C9 and divides it with D5. So D4 was my principal for that month, divided by C9, multiplied with C9 rather, that's my APR, and then divided by D5. Well, when I drag it down, it's going to change it from D4 to D5, from C9 to C10, and from D5 to D6. Well, those aren't the numbers I want to use. I only want to use D5. I want D5. That's not right, excuse me. I want C10. C10 is the one I want to use. I want my interest, my APR, to stay D4. So what I need to do on the previous one is I need to use the dollar sign. So D4 will always get used. Every time I drag this down, it's going to stay D4. So $4 means D4 is going to stay being used when I drag it down. Times, now C9, I don't always want to use C9. I want that one to change. I want to go C10, C11, C12, so I'm not going to dollar that one. But D5, I want that always to be 12, so I don't want that to switch down to D6 because that's an empty cell. So D$5. And then when I drag this down, okay, 77 cents. Hopefully this makes sense to you. Obviously this is not a life-changing amount of money, but I'm earning a little more interest because my principal is a little bit higher. Now, this cell 41, if I want to lock it in at 41, I can use a dollar sign again. And so then this payment is $41. The next cell, I just add them all up. So now I have $188.32. Well, now that these cells all are referencing the correct cell, everything in this row references the correct cells, what I can do is I can just drag. And so now I can do many, many calculations very, very quickly. And there's no reason to stop here except that when I go over this 18, I'm going to lose that formatting, which is fine. I can always reformat things. So I go all the way down, and there we go. And I'll just reformat this. Doesn't need to be the same. I'll just highlight it. So the reason why I'm highlighting this is because it asks in the problem about month 18. So there we go. I just did 36 months of calculations in just a matter of minutes. The next thing is I want you to explore Excel, and I want you to do the three methods. And the three methods are highlighted in the instructions. So use those three methods. The one thing I want to point out is that right now it has this quotation marks and then an equals. That's only so that you can see the equal sign. So it's just a reminder that the equal sign should be there. So please delete those quotation marks. Now when I do that, you're not going to see anything. Oh, you see the equal sign. Okay. And again, I want you to delete these quotation marks. It shouldn't be there. I'm surprised you still see the equals. But read through the instructions and work on these three. Now, month 18 is going to be month 18 is going to be month 18 no matter how you calculate it. The total should be the same. These three numbers should all be exactly the same. And if they're not, then you've made some kind of a mistake. So go back and try that out. Okay, I hope this helps. Good luck. Email me with questions.